on that puppy. I got it at 1.5 eons ago. I'm an originator.
That's why I took it today.
That's a guy he's a steam chaser.
Yeah.
I'm going to post this in our Discord, get some action in here.
Oh, can I send you a link to run? We used to do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like in the comments or something like that. I'm running 75% off a week. This has been going crazy. Get them in for 75% off a week, sweet. And then
amazing. You just sent that to me via text, correct?
Yeah. Yep.
Amazing. Back-to-back days where I'm streaming after not being on here for a year.
Who'd you stream with yesterday?
Yesterday I was with Sharp Bros and Swift Daily Picks. We put together an underdog Thursday Night Football entry. It was a blast, but we did not cash. Rashid Shaheed screwed us.
How did you not cash in a 38-37 game?
I know.
How's that possible?
It was the longest reception.
For Rashid Shaheed?
Yes, 14.5. Dude had a 60-yard punt return for
the run and the punt return touchdown. That's brutal.
Dude had a 60-yard punt return for a touchdown and a 31-yard sweep, but 0 receptions.
Yeah. If only that pass, the sweep was forward.
Change the rules, Goodell.
Yeah.
Then we had Harrison Mevis, 2+ field goals. Easy green.
Smoked it. Oh, did he hit?
First quarter.
Oh. The
Rams.
thicker kicker.
The thicker kicker, the handsome guy that you love to tail.
Leading point scorer in Mizzou history.
How about it?
Yeah.
Cooper Kupp, overtime green. Cash did receiving
that catch
props.
Was insane.
Well, it was a revenge game, and he had a drop in a meaningful spot and a fumble. So it was like a multi-revenge game. A lot of storyline there. Yeah. But he got the job done.
Yeah.
That was a hell of a football game. Thursday Night Football has low-key been like cooking recently.
Amazing. I remember when my final year of college, when this first started to take off and I joined you guys, Thursday Night Football was the shittiest game of the week every single week.
Always it was like Jags
again. It was
like
Colts Broncos, and it was 0-0 in the fourth quarter.
Color rush. Yeah. Jags, Colts. Yeah. No
now
one
Colts
cares.
Broncos would be a banger. Yeah.
Are you a believer in the Broncos? We're going to talk bowl prep, but as we get warmed up, as we get the crowd into it, I want to get some NFL spicy.
The only thing you got to think about to answer that question is where did their quarterback go to school? That'll tell you if I'm a believer or not.
Go Ducks. I'm putting your link in the replies. I'm going to text you.
Let me blow my nose real quick.
Please take your time. I'm going to text you the link to the stream, and then you should retweet it. Get some of your people in here, too.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to throw that in my Discord.
Get the creatures in here.
Stupid on soccer bets, too. We hit one today in the final second of the game and then hit a draw at plus 225. You're going crazy.
I guess that was English.
Yeah.
What leagues are playing right now?
We had Borussia Dortmund second half money line in Bundesliga. They scored in the 90+7. The final second of the game. Literally, they scored and then the other team kicked off and game over. And then we had in La Liga, Valencia Mallorca draw, finished 1-1, was plus 225.
Yummy.
All right, I'm sending this in the Discord now.
Yummy. Do you have a favorite league in the beautiful game, footy?
International is my favorite.
Yeah, but is there any particular nation where you're like, oh, I love that market, or we're still getting our feet wet?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you that soon enough. The only thing every time there's an international tournament, I go crazy on it. So I've only ever done international soccer. This is the first time that I've started doing club soccer.
Interesting. So you're going to dominate World Cup, statistically speaking.
Yeah.
How'd you get turned on to soccer? It's the most bet sport internationally. Fun fact.
I told you that. That's
the listeners don't know that.
Yeah. Oh, are we live right now?
Oh yeah, we're live.
I didn't even know that.
Welcome, dorm room degenerates.
I didn't even know. Usually I get an intro when we go live.
We just, and we're live. Cold open.
Just
That's gonna look great in the AI clips we get tomorrow.
Yeah, okay. We should have some guys from the Discord popping into the stream.
Say hello in the chat. Dorm room Discord degens.
Yeah, I've just noticed scrolling on Instagram that everyone's betting soccer. Like all of these European handicappers, they call themselves tipsters.
Tipsters or punters.
Yeah, they're getting hundreds of thousands of views a video, and I'm like, wow, really that many people bet on soccer? So did some
beautiful
research.
Game.
Realized that everyone does. Started posting some plays. The boys are loving it. So we're gonna keep rocking with it. We're 5-2 to start. So with plus 225 hit, we'll take it.
That dog will hunt. Rob, thank you for joining us. Dorm, you got a big fan. Rob is in the chat.
Let's go.
Let's give the chat another second or two to get warmed up. Any other footy freebies you're willing to give out on the stream, or are we going to keep those close to the chest, given you're hitting at such a high rate, 5-2?
They're done for today, so there won't be anything until tomorrow. Obviously, since it's in Europe, all the games are at like 1:32, 2:33 our time.
Yeah.
But we'll have some more stuff tomorrow. We've been posting it in the Discord.
It's a beautiful, that Saturday morning warm up to big noon kickoff for college game day, where we've got like Everton, I don't know the names, but that's a beautiful little kind of wake up, roll out of bed, watch some footy right into college game day. If you can find your system, it's a beautiful game.
A little calm before the storm. Absolutely
love it. Well, I think we got enough momentum, and I know we're on a tight timeline. It's bowl season. That means we're bringing on the one, the only, the man known as Dorm Room Degenerates. If there is a hotter capper on social media, please present them, because this guy's been on fire. Last 8 days, and I quote, 20-3 record. 2025 year to date, plus 102 units, and he's 4-0 in bowl season. Dorm Room Degenerates, say hello to the listeners at home. How are we seeing the board so clearly right now? What's the secret?
What's up, boys and girls that are joining up? Thanks for having me, Lou. Always a pleasure. We were ripping this pretty regularly last season, and then I don't know what happened this year. I guess you just didn't want to invite me anymore, but
people said I got corporate, but you know what? We're back.
Yeah. It just seems like this time of year, it's just super easy for me. Every time bowl season rolls around, we kind of just go crazy. Last year in the college football playoffs, we only lost once. We had Penn State money line against Notre Dame. They should have won. Drew Aller throws a pick at the end of the game. So that was a little frustrating. We should have had the perfect record. Only lost one NFL playoff bet all last year. So it's just December, January. We got college basketball in the swing. So it just opens itself up. I like once we get into college basketball conference play, gets a little bit easier. Beginning of the year is tough. You have Gonzaga playing Ball State, and it's who knows what's going to happen. But once we get into conference play, it's a little bit easier to read. And then college football bowl games, you just have so many games under your belt, so much tape to watch that it's the easiest time of the year to the lines are the sharpest, but it's the easiest time of year for me to do college football.
This time of year, there's also a lot of headlines constantly.
Yeah.
transfer portals, coaching changes, who's checked in, who's checked out. How much attention are you paying to those storylines leading into bowl season, college football playoff versus just tape and stats?
Yeah, it's super important. I mean, I've seen people that one of my good buddies texted me and he's like, "Yo, it's got to be USF tonight, right?" And I'm like, no, I'm taking Old Dominion. He goes, even with their quarterback out, and I'm like, USF's quarterback's not playing either. Like he completely nuked USF thinking that Byron Brown was playing. It completely changes the way that you're looking at it. So it's definitely important to know who's playing. Obviously, quarterback is really the only one that's going to swing the spread a lot, at least half a point to a point, maybe more, honestly. But that's really what you have to be looking out for. But other than that, I mean, you're betting lines, not teams, right? You're not betting players, you're betting lines. So if the line's in your favor, that's where you have your edge.
Last thing before we get into it, Dorm. A lot of people in the chat are a little hesitant to say this, but they did point out you were wearing a Philadelphia Phillies hat and a Boston Red Sox t-shirt. Catch the listeners up to speed at home. What's that all about?
Do you have some evidence of people in the chat saying that?
I could just sense based on the vibes. Lucas and
Okay.
Rob, they're very polite, but I could tell they're thinking about it.
Yeah. Well, I'm a Red Sox fan at heart, so always got to rep the merch. And then I'm just a hat guy, so I have hats from a bunch of different ball clubs. Pretty much every single team in the MLB at this point. Girlfriend just got me this one, Phillies hat from Hat Club. At least I think it's from Hat Club. And I
It's a
absolutely
good
love
one.
it. This is normally I'm a fitted guy. This is an A-frame, and I think I'm gonna start migrating to an A-frame. I think I'm getting too old for the fitted at this
You
point.
wear it well, Dorm. You wear it very well. Okay, we're tight on time, so we're hopping right into it.
Let's do it.
You are known for college football. This is the time of year where you absolutely massacre the board. You're taking care of subs, given it's the holiday season. Before we get into the games, talk to us about the promo you're running right now. It's in the replies. If you're listening and you want to go check out Dorm, I'll give a readout here and then again at the end after he shows how smart he is.
I only do this in December just to sort of help people pay for Christmas presents. This is the toughest time of the year for people to like actually continue to bet on sports and pay for picks. So we run 75% off a week right now just to get everyone in, making some money. Everyone that's joined has like 10x their money in the last 8 days. So we've been going crazy, but 75% off a week. Try it out. It's so cheap, basically free. If you guys hate it, cancel it. You're going to love it.
Jump in, water's warm. This is the time of year. We got an absolutely gorgeous slate this weekend. Not just college football, NFL, college hoops, Dorm covers it all, but also really more than anybody that I know at least toes that line in terms of not getting too much action on any given day, really picking spots and sniping. So if that's your style, I cannot recommend Dorm highly enough. And you'll see right now how sharp he is when it comes to ball knowing. Let's start with the Friday night fight down in Norman, Oklahoma. These two teams know each other extremely well. It's the 8-9 matchup in the college football playoff. Oklahoma opened as a 1.5 dog. I'm seeing lines are all over the place. Seen them and they've moved to a 1.5 favorite. So it's kind of living right there in pick'em land. What do you see in this game? Do you have a side you like? Do you like the total? Any props? Total's pretty low there, low 40s. These are two, especially on the Oklahoma side, excellent defenses, and Bama's looked a bit lost offensively in their last 2 times out.
Yeah, I think the Oklahoma defense is elite. I don't think that's too much of a shocker. Everyone kind of knows that. But I just don't believe in John Mateer. When he first transferred from Washington State, I was super high on it. I thought Oklahoma was going to be one of the best teams in the country. He balled out at the beginning of the season, got injured, hasn't been the same since. And we're sort of seeing the same thing with Ty Simpson. Like he was like the Heisman favorite for a bit, or second, third favorite up there in the running, and he's just looked horrible the last couple of weeks. We hammered Georgia in the SEC championship game. It just seemed like such an easy spot, and it kind of showed that if Alabama can't run the ball, which they are not good at, they're going to struggle. And that's very rare for an Alabama team not to be able to run the ball if you think about all of the great running backs that they've had. But it's one of the worst rushing offenses in the country. And especially against a defense like Oklahoma that's a lead against the pass, they're just going to be teeing up on Ty Simpson. So I understand why the spread flipped. I liked it when Bama opened up as a favorite. I was like, oh, just sneaked in favorite, awesome. Um, and then it flipped to Oklahoma, which is a little weird. A little bit of reverse line movement, but we have a premium play on this one. So this is the only one that we cannot give official play out. But
Oh, he's keeping it to himself.
I'll let you give the guys what they're looking for this one.
I jumped on this early. I jumped on this right after the number came out, so you probably can't get it right now. But I love the Sooners in this one. I got them at 1.5 dog right after the line drop.
Sharp.
I think Bama stinks. Okay, that's my spiciest take of the college football playoff 2025.
I think both these teams stink, if I'm being completely honest with you. I don't think either of them deserve to be in the college football playoff. But
offensively challenged. Let's say that.
Yeah, to say the least.
Bama, to your point, completely one-dimensional offense. Oklahoma is absolutely nasty up front, so they're going to stop the run with a 5-man box. It's just hard to win a college football game. You can't keep a defense honest with a first and second down run game. Yep. And I think Venables is going to have the fellas absolutely up for this game. I would not be shocked if this is a rout. I'm a John Mateer believer still. Hasn't played in 3-4 weeks. Hopefully he got that wrist a little healthy. Either one of these teams is going to get the doors blown off them in Rose Bowl against the mighty Indiana Hoosiers. But I think Oklahoma wins convincingly tonight.
An angle I like in this that I've sort of been looking into is it's a double revenge game for Alabama. Last year, Oklahoma beat Alabama to keep them out of the college football playoff. This year, Oklahoma beat them again. Should have kept them out of the college football playoff again. But the entire time I'm watching that first game, it's like, okay, Alabama's the better team. They're going to win this game at the end. They're the better team. They're going to win the game. The entire game, I'm saying that. Like, it was fun. Oklahoma gave them a run for their money. Their defense is legit. To me, it's just worrisome. Alabama's just way more talented. Like, the athletes that they have just are not comparable. They're not. They have the 3 best offensive players on the field tonight are all on Alabama. So don't get me wrong, John Mateer, solid quarterback, but since the injury, I'm a little bit scared about it. But if I had to lean aside on the total, I have a play on the side, but I would lean the under. I think both. I mean, the number's low for a reason. Usually when I see a number this low in a game where, especially a big name game, everyone's going to be taking the over tonight, I'd lean the under. I saw it at 41.5. I think it's down to 40.5 now. So that's sort of where I'd lean tonight.
Love it. Let's keep moving. Let's go to the Saturday slate. 10-7 game in College Station between the battle of the two teams that kept the Notre Dame Fighting Irish out of the playoff. The U, Miami of Florida, travels to College Station to take on the 11-1 Texas A&M Aggies. A&M is laying 3.5 at home. Total is sitting at 48.5 per CBS Sports that I'm looking at right now. Dorm, what's your take on this game? Do you like any action? And generally kind of get us inside your brain.
I like Miami in this spot, and I think the line's kind of telling you that too. Everyone was sort of shocked, like coming into this game before the final week of the season. Texas A&M was supposed to get a bye, and now they're only 3.5-point favorites against a team that wasn't supposed to make the playoff at home with one of the best home field advantages in the country. I think the line is telling you that the books are respecting Miami. I do think Miami is the better team too. I just do not believe the hype of Texas A&M. They should have lost to Notre Dame. That was one of the most egregious missed holding calls I've ever seen in my life on 4th and 10. One of the most obvious, horrible calls. And that's the difference. That's the difference between Notre Dame being in, Texas A&M being out, Texas A&M being in, Notre Dame being out. So I just don't believe the hype. I think Texas A&M are frauds. I don't believe the hype on Marcel Reed either. I just don't think he's a good enough quarterback to compete against an elite defense in Miami. The only thing that scares me, what scares me and also makes me confident, when Miami plays a good team, they perform. When they played Florida, when they played Notre Dame, they performed. When they played Florida State, when Florida State was winning games after they beat Bama, they blew these teams out. USF, another good football team. But it just sort of seemed like that they always were playing to the level of their competition. Can't lose to Louisville at home. You can't do that. But if you're playing a good team and you're playing to the level of your competition, I love getting the hook here. I think it's one of my favorite plays of the first round. I think they win outright. And don't forget, at the beginning of the season, Miami was number one team in the country for a while. They're very talented. Carson Beck is very experienced. He's been in the college football playoffs before. I think that he's got that chip on his shoulder. Obviously, last year at Georgia, it was I have 3 goals: win the Heisman, win the national championship, be the first overall pick. Bro went 0 for 3. Right? He's just not that good. But now he's got a chip on his shoulder. Now it's like no one believes in him. Sort of an underdog story. And I think that he's still got some left in the tank. I think that Miami's better offensively. I think they're better defensively. So give me the Canes plus the points and money line.
No notes. You nailed it, Nick. This is consensus Quake City. Miami can win the whole thing. They're a very complete football team. They have a great head football coach, nasty up front, good run game, good pass game. This is a very good football team. Texas A&M, fraud city.
Yeah, I don't believe the hype.
Let's not forget, these guys are lucky to have beaten South Carolina at home.
Yep.
Down the stretch run, looked terrible against Texas. It's been smoke and mirrors all season.
Yep.
Their best football was in September, and the train has gone off the track. So I think they lose this game. I love getting the 3.5 dorm. To your point, I'm sprinkling the money line for sure. Don't be shocked when the U ends up winning this ball game and going to the Cotton Bowl to play the Buckeyes for a shot at the national semifinals.
Love it.
I know you're tight on time.
Maybe
we can keep cooking.
We're good. Oh, let's go. Yeah, let's go.
Absolutely. Okay, we're heading to Oxford, Mississippi, aka the SIP, for one of the games with the most off-the-field drama of the entire bowl season, and really in recent memory. Spread sitting at Ole Miss, 17.5 point favorite, very high total, 57.5. A lot going on here. Pete Golding, first game as head football coach of the Ole Miss Rebels. John Sumrall, Tulane head coach, is headed to
Florida,
Gainesville. We got Jake Retzloff in the playoffs. We got Trinidad Chambliss talking about maybe he's not going to be there next year. A lot of drama, a lot of intrigue, a lot of distractions. What are the numbers telling you, Dorm, when it comes to capping this game?
Here's one thing that I found really, really interesting about this game. DraftKings shows you potential matchups in the next round. Ole Miss is minus 17.5 in this spot. If Tulane wins, Georgia's minus 16.5 against Tulane. So I found that pretty interesting, right? Ole Miss is bigger favorites than Georgia would be against Tulane. If Ole Miss wins, Georgia's minus 6.5 against Ole Miss. And I think what that's telling you is that Ole Miss has the offensive firepower to make this a blowout and a shootout, and Tulane will not be able to keep up. Whereas Georgia, they're not going to blow the doors off of you, but you're not going to score against them, right? Like they're the better football team. I like Ole Miss. I think that we've seen, and I think that we need to continue to see power teams blow out G5 teams so that they don't get into the playoffs anymore. That's a whole nother tangent, but it kind of ruins it. Like Tulane should not be in the college football playoff, and we saw this last year, right? The group of 5 teams just got destroyed. They got demolished, and the same thing's going to happen this year. Ole Miss 17.5. We already saw this game earlier in the year. Ole Miss beat them
35. Why do you think the number is so much tighter this time? Obviously, it's hard to put a 35-point spread on the board, but 17.5, that's half. What is
Plus
Vegas
coach,
seeing?
Tulane's playing better than they were then at that point in the season. Obviously, that was earlier. They've looked good the last couple of weeks. Defensively, they're able to compete, but I mean, I just don't believe the hype in Jake Retzlaff. I didn't believe the hype last year at BYU. Such a weird situation. Him transferring late. It's just so weird. I think it definitely took him a little bit to get his feet under him. Like he transferred into Tulane super late, had to learn a new playbook. By the time they played Ole Miss, he wasn't ready to go. But this game's not going to be close.
You're talking me into taking the points, is what you're doing.
Were you liking Tulane previously?
I didn't have an official play yet, but the more you're talking about it, the more I want to grab the points.
Yeah.
And hang out and hope that this thing is close late. So many distractions on the Ole Miss side. I mean, coaches out of there, assistants who aren't going to be with the staff anymore. You got the quarterback talking about bolting. It's just tough to stay focused. On the other side, you got a team that it feels like obviously they have similar issues, but they're playing with house money, nothing to lose. Put your chips in the middle of the table. You got a quarterback who's starting to click. You got a defense that takes the ball away like crazy. I wouldn't be shocked if they keep this at a 2-score game. I'm leaning Tulane, really based on the narrative street that I'm hearing and having watched the American Conference title game and being pretty impressed with the way they looked on both sides of the ball when it was pouring rain in New Orleans.
Yeah. Let's not forget when we were in Miami, Tulane lost to UTSA by like 100.
Yeah.
You're losing to UTSA by that. This game's going to be a blowout. It's a good football team against a bad football. I mean that's all it is. Like
exactly, it's a points thing.
Football field. They should be on the same football field. They shouldn't be.
That is, I
think it would be like the Los Angeles Dodgers playing the Buffalo Bisons, right? Just because they won the AAA World Series. It just doesn't make sense. They're not on the same level.
Do you think we're going away from automatic qualifiers in 2026? I think I saw something that leaked.
Gone.
It's gone.
Yeah, it's gone. It's going to be gone. There's no way. There's so many people. Think about it from last year. Everyone complained about what was the
Boise got the first round bye.
Yeah, and they changed that right away. And I think they're realizing if it was 1, but the fact that they got 2, it's like, yeah, this is a flawed system. This is a problem.
Boise State probably would have made the field last year. I think that's where this really went sideways, is everybody was saying, we don't want to box out the group of 5 teams. Tulane 10-2. They lost to UTSA. They lost to a Power 4 opponent by 35 points. This isn't a 12-0 Boise State team, a 12-0 Cincinnati team coming out of the American. We're all for those people 100%. Making the dance, but they're going to be one of the top 12 teams in the country at the end of the season.
You got to be top 12 to make it. I mean, it's that simple. Like,
feels like common sense.
Who doesn't want to watch Texas A&M Notre Dame, Oregon Notre Dame, like BYU? I don't understand how BYU didn't get in. There are only 2 losses to Texas Tech, apparently the number 4 team in the country. One of them is in a conference championship game. So you punish BYU for losing a conference championship game. You don't punish Alabama for losing a conference championship game. I don't get it. Better wins. They beat Utah. But just better win. Like, Utah was really good. It's just very flawed. It's got to be top 12 teams, and that's it. Call it a day.
I don't even think you need to go to 16. The only reason you go to 16 is because you want the top 4 to actually get a home game and have some fun.
Play, yeah.
And those are fun games.
Yeah.
Okay, a team you just mentioned, your favorite club, they're playing Saturday night in Eugene against the mighty Dukes of James Madison, coming out of the Fun Belt Conference out east. Spread sitting at 20.5. It's down slightly. I think this thing opened at 21.5. That's a critical number there, 3 scores. Total is 45.5, which is pretty darn low. What do we like in this game from one of the chief Duck fans in all of this fine country?
Yeah, I hope Oregon doesn't cover. I want this game to be closer than anticipated, so they sort of come out in a week of practice and Dan Lanning's all over them to get them prepped for Texas Tech. I hope this game's a little bit closer than it should be. I just don't see how it's possible. I really don't. I don't understand how JMU is going to score more than 10 points. And Oregon's going to score 31 plus. I mean, I think that's what the spread's telling you, right? Or the total's telling you, like 31-10, somewhere around there. It's going to be a blowout. I mean, Oregon's getting, I'm not sure if they're coming back for this game, but DeCorian Moore's coming back. Evan Stewart is coming back. Gary Bryant Jr. is coming back. Top 3 wide receivers have been out for the last couple of weeks. They destroyed USC without all three of them. They destroyed Washington without all three of them. This is the best offense in the country. They've been playing without their best offensive player all year, and they're one of the best offenses in the country. With Evan Stewart coming back, it's a completely different ballgame. It's men against boys, right? It's top 2 running back room in the country, top 3 wide receiver room in the country, top 5 defense in the country, top 2 quarterback in the country. There's best coach in the country. There's nothing you can do. It's going to be a blowout again. It's 28 plus.
Is Cignetti coaching for Oregon this weekend?
Hey.
Is Oregon going to win the national championship?
Yes. They're the best team in the country, in my opinion. Last year, I said no. Last year, I knew, even though we're the number 1 team in the country going into the
not
playoff,
enough run game. What was the flaw last year?
Bad matchups in the playoff. We already beat Ohio State earlier in the year. We had to play them again. I knew we were losing that game. I went to the game, and as soon as I saw the spread come out and saw that we were playing Ohio State, I knew that we were going to lose. This year, we get a warm up game against JMU. That's what it is. It's a scrimmage. It's a warm up scrimmage. Then we get to play Texas Tech, lower seed, favorite, already moving up. Opened at -1.5 Oregon. It's up to -2.5 Oregon. It's going to be -3, -3.5, 4 by the time the game kicks off. I'll be in attendance. Oregon has never lost when I've been there. Then we get to play Indiana.
Ryan Field, or excuse me, whatever they called it. Northwestern. Yeah. I was there. Right. Okay, I cut you off. Keep cooking.
Indiana, if they get there, already beat them or already lost to them. Revenge game. That's a win. Natty against Ohio State. They beat us last year. That's the only game I'm worried about. I mean, Ohio State's really, really good. But we're better offensively. Better quarterback. Probably not as good wide receiver play, but pretty damn close. Way better running back play. Defenses are similar. I mean, it's gonna take that game's gonna be insane. But we're definitely gonna get to the Natty, and then again, I'll be in attendance. So they've never lost when I've been there. So
win, get Dorm there. Repeat. It's really that simple. 2 steps. Yep. I guess repeat's the 3rd step.
I mean, realistically, there's only 3 teams that can win the national championship, in my opinion. It's Oregon, it's Ohio State, and it's Georgia. That's it.
Really?
Those are the only. I mean,
we're not including the mighty Hoosiers in that conversation.
I thought so until their game against Ohio State. When I
were
they were horrible. They scored 13 points. Oh my gosh, they were terrible. Oh. That got me out on Indiana. They have no chance to win the Natty. And then you see Fernando Mendoza's speech. I love Fernando Mendoza. He just doesn't have the dog in him. He just doesn't. He's not good. He doesn't have that dog in him to win a national championship.
Just beat Ohio State University, a sold-out crowd at Lucas Oil Stadium, and that hurt them in the dormometer.
Yes.
Well, what do I know? Good. I'm not 20
I expected them to win
in my last 8
days. I expected them to score 20 plus, win by a touchdown. I mean, they barely beat Penn State. I just don't believe it. I don't believe the hype. It's just not good. It's not good to win the Big Ten championship, be the number 1 overall seed, and have all of this and have your quarterback win the Heisman. That's not good press. You're focused on too many other things. Like Oregon last year, won the Big Ten championship, number 1 team in the country, undefeated. Dylan Gabriel's on the Heisman stand. You're just all over the place. You're not. They're focused on the things that don't matter.
Too much dopamine too early. This is an interesting storyline in today's college football playoff environment. You can peak too early. You get a long rest. You get the bye week. You get another team coming off a victory, potentially on the road. It can be a little bit of a blender. I mean, we saw Ohio State last year. People forget they were the 8th seed. People had written them off after they lose at home to Michigan. And once they start playing playoff games, nobody could really.
And I think Oregon is the Ohio State this year. They're getting healthy at the perfect time. They knew they were making the college football playoff. They knew they didn't need Evan Stewart back. They didn't rush him back.
Now talk about barely beating Penn State. Did we forget about that game in late September?
Much different Penn State. Much different Penn State. That was number 2 team in the country, Penn State. Not Drew Aller-less, James Franklin-less, soulless Penn State. And again, in attendance, they don't lose.
That is the most compelling piece of analysis that I've heard. All right, you've been very generous with your time, Dorm. I know you got to run. One more time, 20-3 last 8 days, plus 102 units in 2025, 4-0 in bowl season thus far. This is the time of year where Dorm tends to really heat up. $75 first week, which is a great deal.
75% off.
Oh, excuse me. Correct me, young man. 75% off.
$25.
$25 first week. Much better deal. We got a lot of great bowl competitions coming down the pike in the next few weeks. This is the best time of year for my money. Work from home, get the TV on the background. We got the Rate Bowl. We got the Detroit Bowl. We got the Pinstripe Bowl, playoff football. And go Bears on Saturday. Game of the century.
Bears money line.
Oh, I love it. I mean, they're dogs, aren't they? We're getting points at home.
Yeah.
Keep them. Yeah. I want them outright.
They're looking good. I wasn't a believer. I had the Packers -6.5 when they played the Bears, and the Packers covered. They won by 7. But that wasn't a 7. I mean, that was a tie game, and the Packers just scored on the final drive. I mean, that's it. They scored a touchdown on the last drive, and then got to stop. That's it. So they're just as good.
It's going to be a great football game. Stadium's going to be wired.
Are you going?
No. I went on Sunday. This tickets are like $700 just to get in the stadium. Oh yeah, it's Bears Packers.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a little warmer. It's gonna be like 40, which is gonna be like, that's like the tropics for us right now. And it's Bears Packers, and it's for first place. So yeah, it's a hot ticket for sure.
That's a big one. I think Texas Tech Oregons are sitting at like 250, 300 just to get in. So
that's an easy ticket tomorrow. Shockingly,
I mean,
just nobody cares.
People are saving their money. They got to travel cross country for the Texas Tech game.
It is crazy how many games you got to buy if you want to really participate in the playoff run.
Oh yeah, yep. That's why I'm skipping that one. I was thinking about flying out for it, but again, literally as far across the country as you can possibly go, to then fly back to Miami for the bowl game against Texas Tech. So I'll be at that one. Probably be at the end of the game. We'll definitely be at the national championship.
Yeah, that's crazy. So it's the Orange Bowl, and then they go back to Miami for the Natty.
Yep.
That's a lot of travel for the old Ducks.
It's a lot of travel. But then we'll be in San Francisco for the Bill Super Bowl.
Now, what a year to be dorm room degenerates. How about it? The Red Sox got to win the World Series. We complete the trifecta.
Hey, if we sign Alex Bregman, we were supposed to get Pete Alonso, and then I don't know what happened with that.
Baltimore, shot at him.
Yeah, we're supposed to get Schwarber. Jared Carabas is screwing with my head. He's like, yeah, we're gonna get Schwarber, Alonso. We're making a push for both of them and Bregman. I was like, we're gonna have the best offense of all time. We're gonna get nobody.
He's a little premature to the scoop.
Yeah, we're gonna have Tristan Casas loading up at first base again.
You know what? He's got a great head of hair. I think it's going to be a breakout year for him.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, Dorm,
cool,
you're the best. Good
Always
luck
good
to the Ducks. Always a blast. Go.
No luck needed. Preparation.
Woohoo!
Beats luck. Dan Lanning. That's all you need.
He's a psycho. I think the Ducks are going to make some noise. They're ready.
I
actually agree with a lot of your storyline besides the Hoosier disdain, which is
totally uncalled. You're a little biased. And if Reese is watching, you got to watch your mouth. So I
exactly.
We'll talk off stream and you can tell me how you really feel.
You may not be getting a Christmas card next year, is what you may be getting on this stream. All right, be cool, good. Dude. Talk soon.
Peace out. See ya.
Oh, shoot.